Saturday, a good word. Saturday meant rest. It meant freedom from alarms, freedom from curling irons heating too fast, freedom from rushed mornings and frantic shampoo rinses. It meant time, and for Lucy Mays, time was everything. She stood inside Burger Bonanza, the familiar fluorescent lights humming softly overhead, tinny pop music spilling from the speakers like a soundtrack she'd heard 100 times before. The place smelled of sizzling onions, toasted buns, and comfort. Reliable comfort. The kind that didn't ask questions. Lucy hummed along absently, her round, friendly face reflecting contentment. She was off work, 3 whole days off. No salon chaos, no demanding clients. Just the weekend stretched out ahead of her like an open road. She was here to pick up dinner. Hey there, Lucy, the usual for you and Peter. Maria's voice came warmly from behind the counter. Maria, the kind of woman whose smile could soften even the hardest days. You know it, Maria, Lucy replied easily. The double cheeseburger combo, extra pickles for him. And for me, she paused thoughtfully. Let's do a grilled chicken salad tonight, feeling a bit healthy. But I'll still take a small fry. Balance, right? Maria laughed as she punched in the order. A small fry for the health guru. I like it. Lucy grinned. Balance, that was the goal lately. Balance in food, balance in life. Maria glanced up. So how's everything? You look like you're about to float away. Lucy's smile widened, practically reaching her brown eyes. Oh, Maria, you have no idea. It's the weekend. Peter and I have nothing planned, and I'm finally getting serious about Rachel's baby shower and gender reveal. I've been dreaming up ideas. Her mind was already spinning. Pastel balloons, confetti cannons, carefully coordinated themes. Rachel, her best friend. Lucy had been Rachel's maid of honor just 7 months earlier, standing beside her through lace, laughter, and nerves. And now Rachel was pregnant. Lucy was going to be the godmother. The thought alone sent a warm flutter through her chest. Maria shook her head fondly. Rachel's going to love it. You always throw the best parties. Lucy nodded eagerly. This one will be even better. She deserves it. The future felt bright, like a perfectly blended balayage. Lucy could see it so clearly. Herself a year from now, engaged, married, standing beside Peter with Rachel smiling beside her again. She thought of the wedding dress consultation scheduled for Monday. Peter had proposed 2 months ago under a sky full of stars. Everything felt aligned, first Rachel, then her, life moving forward in perfect rhythm, and then a notification chimed, a Snapchat alert. The small white ghost flashed on her phone screen. Lucy barely thought twice as she picked it up, expecting a silly filter or a meme from one of the salon girls, but what she saw stopped her breath. The scent of garlic and onion suddenly felt heavy, pressing down on her chest. The post was from someone named Aunt Carol. So thrilled for our sweet Rachel and her husband Rodney, baby boy arriving soon. So much love for our little prince. Photos followed. Lucy's fingers tightened around the phone. Rachel, radiant, glowing, wearing a flowing blue dress, her husband's arm wrapped around her, decorations everywhere, and then another photo. A couple Lucy barely recognized, holding a tiny decorated onesie. The caption read, simply, Godparents. Lucy's jaw tightened. Her heart stumbled. She scrolled again and again. This wasn't an idea board. This wasn't planning. This had already happened. A baby shower, a gender reveal, godparents who were not her. Lucy stared at the screen, her thumb hovering, unsure what to do next. She felt something tighten in her chest, not anger, not yet, just confusion. This is something, she whispered, the words barely leaving her lips. The restaurant felt louder now, the music too sharp, the laughter around her strangely distant. She felt small, uninvited, invisible. 27 years old, and suddenly she felt like an awkward teenager again, the last one picked, the last one told. This was Rachel, her person, the girl who had slept over on school nights, shared secrets under blankets, cried over boys who didn't matter anymore. Lucy had been there for every milestone, every heartbreak, every rebuild. And now she was finding out like this. She forced herself to breathe. Maybe there's a reason, she told herself. Maybe Rachel just wanted something small, private. But the hurt was already there, settling quietly, refusing to be explained away. When her order number was called, Lucy startled slightly, as if waking from a dream. She took the bag, murmured a thank you she barely heard herself say, and walked out into the evening air. The drive home was only 10 minutes. She'd done it hundreds of times, but this time every red light felt longer, every thought heavier. She replayed conversations, text messages, little moments she dismissed. Had she missed something? By the time she pulled into the parking lot, her hands were shaking. She didn't go inside right away. She sat, listened to the engine tick as it cooled. Then finally she called Rachel. The line rang, then music, laughter, a party she wasn't at. "Hey, Rach," Lucy said carefully, keeping her voice steady. "I just wanted to congratulate you. I saw you're having a boy." There was a pause. "Oh, hey, Lou," Rachel said. "Yeah, we're excited." Lucy waited. Nothing came. "Why didn't you tell me?" Lucy asked quietly. "Why didn't you tell me you didn't want me as godmother anymore?" Her voice cracked despite her effort. "I took time off work. I was still planning everything." Silence stretched, long, uncomfortable. "It's not like that," Rachel said finally, but there was no explanation, no apology, only distance. "I have to go," Rachel added. The call ended. Lucy stared at the phone, and just like that, something broke. This wasn't like breaking up with a boyfriend. This was different, cleaner, sharper. "It doesn't matter what I say. She's already decided." The call was over, but the word stayed. "You'll just believe what you want to believe." Lucy stood there, phone in her hand, realizing this wasn't a fight. It was an ending. She'd been through breakups before. Those were loud, messy. This one was quiet, surgical. Rachel wasn't just a friend. She was history. Sisters don't vanish like this. He's behind it, Lucy thought. Sharp smiles, quiet control. And Rachel, pregnant, choosing a future Lucy no longer fit into. Rachel stood there, one hand resting on her belly, the other wrapped around a mug that had gone cold. Evening light slipped through the window, soft but unforgiving. Her husband watched her from across the room. "I don't think Lucy should be around anymore," he said calmly, like he was talking about a change in plans. Rachel looked up. "What? Why would you say that?" He shrugged, adjusting his cuff. "She's not aligned with where we're going," he said. "She's emotional, reactive, and her career doesn't really reflect the kind of circle we should be keeping now." Rachel's voice dropped. "That's my best friend." "And now you're a mother," he replied evenly. "You need stability, influence, people who add value. Lucy lives in feelings, salons, drama that doesn't serve you anymore." Rachel swallowed. Her hand moved slowly over her stomach. "She loves me," she said quietly. "I'm sure she does," he answered. "But love isn't enough, and I don't want her voice in your ear, especially not about us." Silence filled the room. Rachel didn't argue. She just nodded. Lucy went inside her apartment, set the food down untouched, and walked from room to room. Photos stared back at her, smiling faces, shared memories. She realized something quietly, without drama. Rachel had been pulling away for a while. Lucy just hadn't wanted to see it. When Peter came home, he knew immediately. He didn't ask what happened, he just sat beside her. Do you think it's because of her husband? He asked gently. Lucy nodded. He thinks I'm not good enough, she said, that my career makes me unintelligent. Saying it out loud hurt more than she expected. Peter listened, didn't interrupt, didn't defend. He just stayed. I'm sorry they hurt you, he said. That night passed quietly. They showered, ate, sat in silence. Days passed. Rachel didn't call. Lucy didn't either. Weeks turned into months, months into years. Life didn't stop. It just shifted. Lucy married Peter at City Hall. No big crowd, no spectacle. Just peace. They built a life, had children, learned each other deeply. 5 years passed. Then, on Lucy's 32nd birthday, a message appeared. Happy birthday. I'm thinking of you. Lucy read it, saved it, didn't reply. Another year, another message. I know I hurt you. I never stopped loving you. This time Lucy answered, briefly, kindly, and finally the truth came out. It had been Rachel's husband, his family, the pressure he had left. There were custody battles, regret. They met, they talked. Lucy listened, but she didn't step back into the past. She offered friendship again, with boundaries, not as before, not with blind loyalty, but as something new, something honest, and this time on her own terms.